Today I'm going to share with you a must-have plumbing tool for under $15 that all handymen and DIYers should have in their toolbox. And it's this piece of plastic right here. Hey guys, Toolman Tim here. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. Back with another review for you. If you want to know more about who I am, run by toolmantim.co. Find all the products I've reviewed and recommend. What in the world is this? Well, depending on where you buy it and which one you pick up, it could be called a 5-in-1, an 8-in-1, or a 10-in-1 plumbing tool. Honestly, what I love to call it is the under sink multi-tool. This thing is great. So, what does it come with? This, the long plastic sleeve, multiple different plastic inserts, and one metal insert. Now, the absolute worst job I ever do as a handyman who occasionally dabbles in plumbing is trying to squeeze my big little butt in underneath of a sink and then hold your tongue right and reach up underneath and get everything to work properly. Never works. Years ago, I used to try to squeeze a wrench up there or put my hand on and see if it would work. And then eventually, I was introduced to a basin wrench. The thing's pretty cool. It does a better job, but you still got to hold your tongue right. Hope you got it the right direction. Get it in there and try to make it work. It was okay. Then one day, I was watching videos on This Old House channel, and he showed this. I thought, how could that be as easy as it is? Well, depending on what size nut you're working on up underneath, that's all it is. You put it on, tighten it like that, or what I like about this, depending on the insert, you can go right up in and it holds, there you go, just like that. Flex line, it fits right over that, fits in nice and tight, has a nice big wide grip to turn it on or off. And if you need a little extra oomph, you can put a bar right through there or a wrench into these teeth to tighten it down just a little bit better. Has cut down on so much swearing on my part. It is such a dead simple tool that just absolutely works. It's got a 4.1 star review out of 2,600 on Amazon. I started flipping through a lot of the bad reviews and they were all the same thing. Everybody said, well, it didn't work on my faucet. It didn't work on my sink. Nowhere in the fine print of this nice Chinese made tool does it ever say that it's universal. It just says fits most brands. And it does. There are some that it doesn't. But for the ones it fits on, this thing works great. So like I said, this thing is advertised as a 5-in-1, an 8-in-1, a 10-in-1. I don't know. It has about 3 functions that I absolutely love. The first one, depending on the size, you see all those different slits in the top there? So you know those kind of flange, I'll put a picture up of them, like a flange washer with little wing nuts that are on the outside. That fits up and grabs them perfectly. I love that. Then, if they're the older style nuts, you got a couple of different inserts for under the faucet nuts. This also fits some of the basket strainer nuts that goes up as well. I don't tend to use it for that, but it does. Of course, it fits right over that, which is one of the best things I've seen. This guy here has multiple different sizes that you can slide in. I think the best part about it is how simple it is and the fact that it's $15. Now, a lot of them end up having this silly little level in them. It's okay if you're not quite sure if you've got it straight, because sometimes that gives you trouble. It'll let you know, but I don't use it for that. Finally, you can slide it over onto, depending on which end you want to use, the quarter-turn ball valves that are hooked up to under sinks, under toilets, the whole works. This will also work on that plastic nut that fits up underneath the toilets. I use it mostly for sinks, because toilets you can usually get a tool on. But who hasn't been laying on their back, trying to get their arms in the right position, reaching up underneath the sink, trying to turn, and you can't get enough oomph on it to do it? Like I said, the only option I had in the past was a basin wrench. Now, I got this interesting little plastic tool with a whole bunch of different uses, and it just works for what it's supposed to do. This is one of those imported tools that sold under a dozen different brands on Amazon. I bought it under WMAZ Tools. There's a whole bunch of other ones. All you need to look for, what I did was I picked the least expensive one that said 8-in-1 faucet tool that looks like this. Looks like a flashlight, missing the guts. I wanted to share with you one kind of funny little thing. When you read through, I always go through the positive and negative reviews when I find them on Amazon, and I always read through what the manufacturer says about their products. I think something must have been lost in translation when they were putting together the instructions, because I was reading through and I found this little gem and I thought I'd share it with you. It says material, high strength engineering plastic, non-slip texture, which it absolutely is. Easy to release arm strength. Not sure what that means. Note, plastic can't replace the hardness of steel. We know that. It is recommended to use the appropriate force when working. Maximum strength should not exceed 500 cattle. I'm not sure. I know I can't exceed the strength of 500 cattle, but I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, like they said, it's made out of plastic. It's not made out of steel. Don't buy it expecting it to be a steel-made tool. But this thing works for what it works for, and it solves one of the biggest headaches that a homeowner, DIYer, or handyman ever has to deal with. So I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. This was just a cool little tool that I picked up after watching some videos myself, and I fell in love with it and wanted to share it with you. It's cheap. It does what it's supposed to do. If you want to see more of these reviews, hit that subscribe button, stick around, run by the website if you want. We have a Telegram group you can join over there, and introduce yourself. Throw your name in the comments below. Let me know what you're into. Stick around, and as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.